the culture, a culture of peace on the planet.
Peace through unity.
Peace through unity. That's it. That's it.
I know. It's a privilege. And we know it's a moment that calls for our very best. So the broadcast is an incredible way to reach a lot of people. We want to reach a lot of people. But we just don't want to touch. We want to actually connect. It's that kind of urgency.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm so excited to be a part of happening, is that we're going to make it easy for people to discover what's going on, see the different events that you can connect into, go into the Zoom rooms when you can, get into one world so we can actually breathe life into this idea of radical collaboration and a chance to do the unprecedented unifying acts that this time is calling us to. If not now, when? And if not us, who? So the power of the indigenous voices rising, women, youth. If we don't change our direction, we're going to wind up where we're headed. And Peaceweek is one of those times when we could change directions.
Absolutely, absolutely. And John, Peaceweek goes back all the way back to the early 80s. So we're standing on the shoulders of giants, and right through this week and right through the broadcast, we're going to be honouring heroes who are no longer with us, but also champions who are with us. But really want to, I guess, acknowledge the International Day of Peace.
That's right.
Around which this is entirely organised and operating. We're going to be building up to that on Thursday. There are amazing events and concerts and global things that are taking place. We're going to talk a little bit more about that on the broadcast. We've got a lot to cover and to share.
Yes.
And we have a very special opening.
When we did the Compassion Games, the first Compassion Games were around the International Day of Peace.
The International Day of Peace. What an orientating principle that is. It's
11 days of global unity that's going on into that.
Yeah, it's almost like the peace pole around which so much is spinning is the actual Day of Peace itself. And we're going to be dedicating a peace pole a little bit later here today in the studios. But ladies and gentlemen, friends, we have a very special way to begin this global broadcast and this launch today, which is with our beloved Chief Phil Lane Jr., accompanied by the one and only Gary Malkin.
We are, after all, just human.
Mitakiapi, my very, very, very beloved members of our human family, I just want to extend a very warm and heartfelt welcome as you join us for Peaceweek. I'm resonating. There we go. Okay. Still resonating. So Mitakiapi, we're so pleased to be here for this wonderful, wonderful day, the beginning of this day that shall not be followed by night. And I'd like to begin before my dear brother and I pray together with a song of our white buffalo calf woman. In the song, she says, the sacred pipes, holy of holy, but what she's saying is the earth, all the mineral relatives, they're sacred. The plant people who have the power of cohesion of the mineral people, they're sacred. The animal people, they're sacred. And then when we put the pipe together, it represents the human being, the bow being our mother, earth, and womankind, the stem being mankind. And so I want to sing this song in honor of our beloved women of this Mother Earth, those who birthed us to their birth canals, those grandmothers on into unknown worlds, and those yet to come. Chanupa kile wakaelo wayonkie 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 Wayanki Chanapa Hile Wakayelo Wayanki. And we'll complete that song with the inauguration of the peace pole. O Dinkashla Wakanta, Creator of the universe, most beloved one. O ever forgiving one, O most mighty one, most compassionate one, most sublime one, O ancient of days, O blessed beauty, we call upon you from the inmost essence of our soul and the chambers of our heart. As our human family cries out for peace on earth, we give you thanksgiving for guiding us along this long, eternal journey to this time. So long prophesied by the great visionaries, the poets, the manifestations of your holy power. And now we give thanksgiving. We are here at this time, in this physical world, where we're leaving behind our adolescence and stepping into our spiritual maturity as a human family, each of us a sovereignty, ancient and everlasting. Creator of all good things, we give thanksgiving to all the tribes of the nation of the East, from where comes the red sunrise. And Creator of all good things, we ask all those relatives of the East to come together in unity and harmony and make, inspire this Peaceweek 2023 and the completion of the 99 days of peace through unity, the beginning of the ignition of the eighth fire, leading to the most great peace. We call upon all those tribes and nations of the South, from where comes new life. We give thanksgiving for these relatives and ask they come together in unity and harmony and peace together as one. And all the tribes and nations of the West, from where comes thunder, lightning, and rain, we call upon those beloved relatives to join us here as we bring our hearts and minds together in unity and peace and respect and honor. We give thanksgiving to all those tribes and nations of the North, from where comes the cleansing north winds. Creator, may we cleanse our hearts from all but your holy power, your holy love, your holy compassion, your holy forgiveness. Cleanse our hearts, O Creator, so we may truly be a mirror of your divine grace, of your divine beauty, of your divine perfection, and most of all, your divine unconditional love. And O Creator of all good things, we turn our eyes to the heavens. We give thanksgiving for all mankind in reflection of masculine qualities. Help us to understand, O Creator, how to be a good grandfather, how to be a good father, how to be a good son, how to be a good husband, how to be a good friend, how to be a good uncle, how to be a good grandfather, but most of all, Creator, how to be a good human being and to support and understand at the center of this sacred circle is womankind. The representatives are very representative of our Mother Earth, the life giver of all good things. That which brings life in this world. And we give thanksgiving to our mothers and for what they gave to bring us into this world, the very substance of life, the very essence of their bodies, the pain, and of course the joy when we arrived. And let us give thanksgiving to our mothers and fathers for that. They gave us this life in which we are here to witness the lighting of the eighth fire and the beginning of the most great peace upon our beloved Mother Earth. So with those prayers in our hearts, may these next days, culminating in our final ceremony on the 23rd, maybe we all be in ceremony. Let every action we undertake, every move we make, be a prayer. A prayer. We see a stranger, let them not be a stranger. Let us give a smile. Think of our animal people and kindness that they deserve, for we know they feel the same pain. They love their children as we do. So let us teach kindness to our children, of animals and all living things. For we are one human family, all indigenous peoples of this Mother Earth. And now I want to share this prayer from the Holy Land for unity. Oh my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal unto them thy great purpose. May they follow in thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, leave them not to themselves, but guide their steps by the light of knowledge and cheer their hearts with your love. Verily, you are their helper and their Lord. Halimichante washtealo, shukmano hemeado, chanupasapa hemero, halimichante washte. In our conclusion as Dakota people, we say our names. Shukmano hemeado, chanupasapa hemedo. My names are Shukmano and Chanupasapa. And I stand fully responsible before our beloved Creator for all my words and my actions, as each and every one of us has been given that beautiful gift of choice Aho. Ubichante washte.
Gift of choice.
Magnificent. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Chief Phil, for those beautiful prayers. Thank you. Thank you for coming and blessing us with those
That's so
heartfelt
beautiful.
prayers.
Thank you, my brother. To
beautiful
sing
music.
together.
Yeah.
To sing together. To vibrate together. That's what we
Yes.
have to do everywhere on Mother Earth.
Yes.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Beautiful,
That's
heartfelt
historic.
prayers.
I mean, it's breaking out of the boundaries that have contained us.
Yes.
We are going to places we've never been.
What a beautiful beginning to this
Wow.
beautiful launch. Thank you again, Chief Phil and Gary Malkin.
Yes.
Gorgeous opening. And, you know, John, we're on day 95 of the 99 Days of Peace Through Unity. And we think about that phrase, peace through unity, and everything that it holds. It's a code, really, in an antidote to so much of the challenges we face. We need to go into it in detail now, but it's the domination of one over the other. It's the will of one to destroy the other. It really is at the heart of so many of our challenges and our problems. This domination mindset and peace through unity, really, is a humility and a listening and a willingness to learn from each other, which is at the heart of it. And where that comes from is from Avon Madison. And you know, that expression of peace through unity, our beloved Avon Madison, who played such a pivotal role in the establishment of the International Day of Peace back in the, working tirelessly, even in the late 70s, and established in the early 1980s, of course, around which this whole, global event is now circulating and orbiting. So, we're going to listen to Avon's last message, John, and we thought this is just such an important thing for us to reflect on and listen again. This is just weeks before she left the planet, before she passed away. She left us with this spontaneous, unscripted message. And we're going to go and we're going to listen to it. Listen closely, friends. And when we come back on the other side, and this is so perfect, we're going to be dedicating a peace poll. May peace prevail on earth. International, and Fumi Johns have sent a peace poll here. And we're going to be hearing from Peter Young, the founder of Hubcast, about why he wanted a peace poll to be here at Hubcast. So what a perfect thing to be doing.
It's on its way to being a PO zone. Peace on Earth zone.
Peace on Earth by 2030, which is people have been playing right through the 99 days.
It's been amazing.
Going to be in the African Union. There's so much good stuff happening. We're so excited about it. Let's honor Avon and her message, her last message to us in the flesh.
Thank you, Ben. Well, I'm not in a very talkative mood because I've just been on so many conversations with refugees, and on the other end of the spectrum. But what is so true about World Unity Week, and then arcing that forward to Peaceweek, is that peace through unity is very significant. And there is this very ancient wisdom, ageless wisdom that comes forward, that peace through unity leads to prosperity, to regeneration for all life. And it forms a triangle, a very specific triangle that has spirit at the center. And so this is, again, from ageless wisdom from, eons ago in the Upanishads, etc. But in a very practical sense, having just been on numerous calls with refugees from Haiti and Afghanistan and other things like that, other places like that, is that there's something that they can know is happening that is going to be changing the course of history, that is part of that change in the course of history, so that this illusion of separation, this, from the doctrine of discovery, from this, what has been inherited from that, and just from this understanding that we are all one humanity and that their lives matter, whether they continue to exist or not, because many of them may not be here by the next time we call because they're in such crisis, but that we are holding them in our hearts and our awareness and bringing them forward to their legacy,
Get the smudge ready.
which will be peace through unity and the understanding that practical actions of peace in a collaborative, conscious, unitive way is the only way forward. And when we take people who have a very deeply spiritual understanding, but become activists in a collective way, that this is the voice of humanity. This is one of the important, wonderful things about Jim Garrison and Richard Buckley and everyone involved with Humanity Rising, is they are an example of all the full spectrum of what humanity is doing in literally every aspect of humanity, and bringing it to the fore of consciousness and concerted action. This is what Unity Earth does. It's what World Unity Week does. But there's something about the aspect of the promise of the UN Charter. And next year will be the 40th anniversary of the first observation of the International Day of Peace, also known as the Universal Peace Day. And so the hopes of all of these people, including some of the children that I've been involved with mentoring, who may not be here by our next call, which just breaks my heart continuously, is that they know that we are carrying on their purpose in life. Because everyone that for the past 40, 50 years that I've mentored who've been from war zones or other places, especially young people, is they came in knowing their purpose. And every time I ask them, what is your purpose? And they say peace. And peace is not a noun, it's a verb. Peace is an active, conscious state of concerted action that is for the benefit of all beings. And that includes all circles of life. And it's what, the Indigenous ones have been telling us for so many thousands and thousands of years. But there's something about this convergence time, and I keep calling Kurt, and now it's you also, Ben, masters of convergence. But there's something about this divine timing. When something occurs in divine timing, that brings together an opportunity that is not going to be, if it is missed for a very long time. But because humanity has free will, what is so important is that this is the time for the overarching, this is part of what Libra speaks about, and I'm not an esotericist at all or astrologer, but is where we choose the ancient Sanskrit meaning for Libra is, I choose the way that leads between the two great lines of force, which means that consciousness brings spirit and matter together, which also means that you understand that the apparent polarity of opposites, which are real in humanity, but the overarching will to good is that third factor that brings forward the synthesis. And that's what Peaceweek is going to be all about. And the presage to that is bringing forward a unified consciousness in World Unity Week with all the different convergences that will be happening during that time, but bringing it into a one-pointed focus for those 8 days. And 8 is a very significant number, by the way. But this will be very, very important, because I think that when we understand our ability to respond, our responsibility for our concerted collective action for the common good of all beings, and hold in understanding all those that are no longer here, but we hold that in our hearts, and all the ancestors, etc. But that we are doing this for future generations. We do not know what the future holds. We cannot be attached to the outcomes. I knew when I was very young that I might never see what my assignment was come to completion in this lifetime. And I've constantly had to live in that reminder. But it also connects with with what Kurt and many of us do connected with the UN, is that the UN is in its 76th year, but what it contains is a template of the divine plan for the unified souls of all nations to come together in synthesis in a synergistic way that changes the course of history from a culture of war, violence, and separation to a culture of an enduring, regenerative culture of peace that benefits all being and has a full spectrum of diversity and unity.
Yeah. Avon was just a remarkable human being. Connected in profound ways.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. That was amazing to go back and see Avon's incredible message. There's so many gems in there, so many nuggets, the will to good, peace through unity that leads to prosperity for all. I think there's such tremendous wisdom in there, timeless wisdom as she unpacks that. We're going to go straight into the opening and the dedication of this glorious peace pole. And to begin this, I want to invite the founder of Hubcast, Peter Young, because Peter said, we want a peace pole here at Hubcast. Hubcast has got a vision for this land, for this facility, and what its meaning and what its purpose is. And Peter, you were so focused and determined to get a peace pole. So tell us, what does it mean to you, and why did you so ardently desire to have a peace pole here at Hubcast Studios?
Well, thanks, Ben. Hubcast Media was designed to give a voice to the world. And a peace pole represents our core purpose. What we have here at a facility, we're at our main training facility called Campus. And welcome everybody to Hubcast. This first peace pole is going to be one of many. It's going to be one that represents languages we reach. It's going to represent languages that we touch, and we educate, and we inform, and we connect. The first languages we have here on this first pole, 8, is, of course, English, French, which is our second language in Canada, official language, Salish, which is our local First Nations people, Spanish, that represents our neighbors to the south in the US and down towards Mexico, Cantonese, which is our large Asian community here, as well as Mandarin, Punjabi, which is a very large South Asian community here in Vancouver, and of course, the work we're doing right now in Africa, in Rwanda, Uganda, it's Swahili. So this is first of many that we are going to plant in our Peace Garden. Of course, the weather today was a little inclement, but you will see it as we go through Peace Week, the pole in our garden, which we will celebrate. And again, I thank you for everybody that's joining us today, and we look forward to broadcasting many, many shows, working with Ben and John, and all the communities around the world to bring peace, connection, and harmony. Thank you.
Beautiful. What a beautiful intention. Now we're going to have the dedication with Chief Phil and with Dana.
Thank you, brother, and Hubcast, for all that you're doing to help our relatives of Mother Earth. So it's a great honor to be here. I also want to honor the May Peace Prevail on Earth Universal Foundation, Fumi John Stewart, who has spread thousands of these peace poles around Mother Earth directly as a result of the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And this is how they responded to such a tragedy, with a call for world peace. And I'm with you, I have one in my home. So it's really an honor here to be with our sister. Let's see, maybe
Dana.
She's going to come up and give me a hand. Here, just why don't you come, if you would, over right beside for you on that side. Then that, my brother, come right over here on my side. Okay. All right, brother. So, thank you, sorry, sister. So we're going to take cedar, sage, cedar, of course you know it here, it's treasured in our high plains area. This is a, we know, it's a certain plants connect us to the creator of all the things. So I'm going to ask also for yourself and all the things that you do, all the things that you work at every door. Oh, Creator, open the door, prepare the way, make safe the path, so they may guide those souls you have prepared for your cause, and they may guide to us. Especially here at this Hubcast, as we give thanksgiving for all that's been done here in a good way. You gotta have that balance. Oh, there she goes. She really got this taken care of. Yeah. This is, I will use a little bit myself. Thank you, 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 sister. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, there we go. Next part. Most important, water. Water is life. So we ask Creator of all good things, that wherever this is seen, wherever it stands, life will be there. Life. Why don't you put a little flash on there yourself? There you go. And you wanted that peace pole, and here it is.
Yes.
Right here. Now let me hold that water for you, if I may. Oh, hey, good. Perfect lesson for us. We've got to think, and I'll put a little bit on myself. We've got to think of ourselves too, because unless our hearts are full of love, how, and overflowing love, how can we give it to others, you know? Thank you so much. So, last thing I'll do, I'm going to finish up the two last verses of the song, which essentially announce the sacredness of all things. Chadupa kile wakayelo wayankie 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 chadupa kile wakayelo Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, sister.
Another peace pole has been planted. Thank God.
Magnificent.
Unbelievable.
What a beautiful intention. And just love this place, John, this Hubcast, the intention, what's been said, the facility, the resources, and the commitment. It's there really for the good of all, for the benefit of all. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
And you know, you change the medium, we could change the practices. Yeah. Everything could change. And having Hubcast and this kind of location, the connectivity that's going on here right now, this is what we need to change the game.
Yes, absolutely. And we're going to stay in that beautiful, sacred space. What a magnificent, touching moment that was. You could feel that, and hopefully people could feel that when they witness this. We're going to stay in this space for a very special sound journey with Dana Tomasino. So this is going to be also accompanied by our artistic director for Peaceweek 2023 broadcast, Gary Malkin. So Dana and Gary, thank you.
Aloha. I'm going to lead us first into a heart meditation to connect our heart fields, to join together in love and unity, to dedicate this beautiful peace pole for the planet. So let's bring our focus of attention to our hearts. Taking some long, deep breaths, breathing in through the heart, and breathing out. Becoming conscious of breathing together as one. Now let's fill our hearts with the energy of love. Feeling that love, that is our essence. Now allowing, as we breathe, that love to emanate as waves of light into our heart fields, connecting all of us here in this global circle. And feeling our heart fields beginning to connect, to unite, to merge together, to create one coherent, amplified heart field, surrounding and embracing us, envisioning it as a hollow dome of golden rose-colored light, open to energy from source streaming in, open to all the support and facilitation from our helpers of light, from the consciousnesses that assist us and support us in our mission here on Earth, and open to all of our cosmic family. And now, let's expand that hollow dome of heart light to embrace and encompass the entire Earth. And together, let's hold the intention that this peace pole be a conduit for the highest frequencies of unconditional love, compassion, and source light to be anchored into the earth, to help nourish and support the planetary shift in consciousness for all beings. Now let's continue to hold this field of love and light together as we move into a sacred sound infusion to help anchor these energies.
Are we ready?
We'll need our music.
Give us our cue.
Should we just roll and not worry about talking to you at all? No, you just go, yeah, we got you ready. You are there.
Do a piece till it feels finished. Something fluid.
Let's play.
Can we have the background music for the sacred sound infusion? Not this one. Different track, please.
this. Let us take care of the children, for they have a long way to go. Let us take care of the elders. They've come a long way, you know. Let us take care of those in between, for they are doing the work. Let us take care of our families, take care of the earth. So at this Masterpiece concert in 2001, I went on Wings and I wrote this song because St. Augustine said, prayers sung are prayers with wings. So I hope you can learn this as I sing it. I'll sing it 2 or 3 times. And let's really infuse these prayers with wings as we sing. And maybe you can catch on. It goes like this. Let us take care of the children, for they have a long way to go. Let us take care of the elders. They've come a long way, you know. Let us take care of those in between, for they are doing the work. Let us take care of the children of our families. Take care of the earth. Let us take care of the children, for they have a long way to go. Let us take care of the elders. They've come a long way, you know. Let us take care of those in between, for they are doing the work. Let us take care of our families. Take care of Maybe it's time you can learn this. Let us take care of the children. Sing it with me. Let us take care of the children, for they have a long way to go. For they have a long way to go. Let us take care of the elders. They've come a long way. They've come a long way, you know. Let us take care of those in between, for they are doing the work. Let us take care of our family. Take care of the earth. Let us take care of our family. Take care of the earth. Let us take care of our family. Take care of the earth. May it be so.
So beautiful, John. What a beautiful dedication of this peace polling. Prayer and music and dance and song and voice. That was a glorious dedication.
Beautiful,
Thank you to
beautiful,
Phil and Dana
beautiful.
and Gary and
Gosh.
Summer Joy. What a blessing. What a blessing. It's so beautiful to feel the collective intentions coming around this incredible moment, these moments of peace as we build up to the International Day of Peace on Thursday. And there's a lot we're going to share with you that's coming down the line, but let's just take a moment to appreciate the beauty and the glory of that music and dance. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. That was magnificent. And to she Phil as well. There's so many good things happening.
Be a blessing.
And unfolding. Yeah, and let's say, John, may peace prevail on earth.
Oh my gosh, may
Yes,
peace
we should-
prevail on earth.
May peace prevail on earth. So thank you. And there are so many good things rising into place. One of them that's extraordinary is the Holo movement. And
Yes.
the Holo movement is something that was activated and ignited in Sedona back in March this year. It was an incredible gathering, and since then it's gone forward. It's a word that was coined by the physicist David Bohm and has been picked up by the amazing Emmanuel Kunzelman and is now a living, breathing, kind of entity in the world. So let's have a listen to Emmanuel talk a little bit more about what the Holo movement is and some of the ideas around
It's
it.
brilliant. Yes.
So the action that Holons can partake in can be a wide variety of things, actually. There's so much need for change and transformation in society. Climate change being one at the top of our list, but human understanding, peace, cooperation, so many different ways that humans need to get back to the truth, beauty, and goodness in their heart and soul. So what we want is for the Holons to choose an action that they feel called to and create a project and work on it and accomplish what they can. Our initial presentation is to create Holons and run them over the course of the summer here of 2023 in 99 days of peace through unity, and then assess how successful these Holons have been, and use that to calibrate for how we would want to present this going forward. But the idea is that this is a theory of change, that small groups of people come together, much as Margaret Mead once described, that that's the only way that social transformation really takes place, is a group of like-minded individuals coming together and taking action. And we want small groups of Holons to do this. Hopefully in the course of their action, they'll expand. Other people will see it. They'll join. They grow. Then other Holons will form as a result of their example, so that it's a kind of growing bubble effect of activity. The Holons increasing the numbers and increasing the size of the Holons. We visualize this in a almost boiling pot of water. When the bubbles first start to appear, as we reach boiling point, the bubbles expand, they grow, and suddenly they burst into a boil all as one at the critical mass turning point. In this case, of the temperature of the pot, we're talking about large scale across the globe, global change here. And we think it can happen by example, by enthusiasm, by giving people purpose. Probably the number one need in society today is to find a deeper sense of purpose for all of us. What are we doing? What is the meaning of life? Why are we here? What is our particular calling to contribute to alleviating the crisis of our time? And as we form Holons of action, working together, then our purpose becomes ever more clear to us, and it reveals itself to us at this deeper level as we get involved in action. So the Holons would be a group that really inspires this action, but at the same time gives people a sense of purpose and ultimately a deeper spiritual understanding of their own consciousness, why they're here, and particularly in this critical moment of human history, what we can all do to contribute to changing things for the better.
See it coming together.
This kind of radical collaboration, this kind of people forming groups, is insane.
they're amazing. And that was a message from Purpose Earth. And Purpose Earth, oh my gosh, thank you. They've blessed so many groups and community organizations around the world, and a major primary sponsor of these 99 Days of Peaceweek. We'll be hearing a lot more about Purpose Earth as we get through this broadcast. And John, you were just saying that Emmanuel's vision there, the whole one's coming together. You see it with the missions, what's happening in one world, people coming together like it's a happening thing. And you're such a great leader in this space, John, of how we get better at radical collaboration and teaming up.
It's happening. It's happening.
It's happening.
It's moving. And you know, this thing about Purpose Earth, it's just exactly the model of what you want to see. An example, all the money that they get is they give back. There's new models emerging. That's what we're seeing in this radical collaboration. It's exactly like Emmanuel was saying.
Yeah, and we're learning to model the generosity of nature. And I think Purpose Earth, Emmanuel and Laura are tremendous examples.
The indigenous wisdom, nature, it's incredible.
Beautiful thing.
Incredible.
And we have a lot of amazing music as well. We're
Yes,
so richly
thank
blessed.
God for music.
So let me introduce our next artist. Theda Phoenix is an intuitive singer, professional sound healer, songwriter and recording artist from British Columbia, right here. She's local. Her celestial voice, shamanic sound transmissions, and soul-inspiring lyrics touch people deeply and inspire transformation, healing, and deep peace. She has performed at conferences alongside Dr. Deepak Chopra, Dr. Joe Dispenza, who, by the way, is going to be with us on Thursday. You got a message for the Times Square broadcast. And you can find her beautiful music on streaming sites, all the different streaming sites. Theda, it's amazing to have you with us in Peaceweek and Hubcast Studios. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I'm going to share a song called Light in You, and it really is about the power that we have to create peace through seeing the best in each other, through lifting up one another, through how we view each other, and seeing the light, seeing the joy and the potential, the possibility that we all have to make a difference. So this is called Light in You. And it's, in a way, it's that one consciousness that sees the light in each other. I know you're scared to be yourself. Sometimes this world can be so blind, but if we take the chance to trust, start to open up, we just might find that you are loved. And I see the light in you, shining with everything you do. Don't try to hide it no more. Can you hear it knocking at your door? Show me what you really want. Tell me what you really need. Reveal all you feel. You will be received. You don't have to hide away all the things you really want to say. There are others who have felt this way. You're not alone. We are the same. And I see the light in you, shining with everything you do. Don't try to hide it no more. Can you hear it knocking at your door? Door to your heart. Sometimes it's dark and cold. We don't know where to go, and we feel so alone. But everybody needs a home. Everybody needs to belong. And I see the light in you, shining with everything you do. Don't try to hide it no more. Can you hear it knocking at your door? Oh, the door to your heart. I see the light
that is such a beautiful song and such a beautiful voice, Theda. It's amazing. Well, thank you for gifting us with that glorious song. I see the light in
brought
you.
tears to my eyes. I mean, this is the perfect moment for a message like that in the darkness. And in that darkness, to see the light, that's a choice. You choose that, to see that light. I see it in you, brother.
I can see it in you. See the light in you.
It's beautiful, beautiful.
We're richly blessed, amazing music, amazing, glorious artists, and people of the heart coming together, John. It's pretty special. So let's take a look at what's coming down the line for the next 5 days of Peace Week. And all the good things that are taking place and all the things people can look forward to. It's going to be an extraordinary unfolding. I mean, it really is an incredible, garden of riches when you look at all the different things that are coming down. You know, I'm excited about the Times Square, where we're going to be on Thursday. That's a major, event with Paul Sladkis, I know Tammy, Scarlett, and the Unify guys, and many people have been putting on that Times Square. Paul's been doing it since the early 80s as well, for 40 years. And so many of these people have been doing these things for so long. But to see them now converging and coming to a place. John, you and I been involved for some years now with David Gershon and the Peace on Earth by 2030. And now to see what Dave and Miranda and others are doing with Ambassador Musi Hailu and the ECOSOC at the African Union adopting the Peace on Earth by 20, it's amazing what's going on.
It really is amazing. It really is amazing. And it has brought us to this moment. And just so everybody understands a little bit, Peace Week is self-organizing in so many ways. Our goal is to give enough structure, but just as little as possible, but as much as necessary, so that people can show up and get organized at this time. So there's 14 of these different convergence rooms. And here's the thing, it is just more than anybody can go to see and be a part of. So you got to learn how to find your way through this world here, and I know it's available for
we're going to go to the Peace Week website, and John's going to take us through how to get to the schedule of all events.
Right, you can get it on your phone, or you can get it on your desktop, however, your laptop or whatever. But you can see the screen here. So let's see, this is peaceweek.org. And peaceweek.org, you can go to the schedule. And the simplest, easiest way to start is just say, okay, let me see all the events. And like I said, there are these different rooms, convergence rooms, Healing for Rising. I mean, it's amazing examples, but let's just go to all events. And then by time, and they're all set up in the time zone on the East Coast, EDT. But what's actually happening is when you want to add it to your calendar, it will adjust for you. So I want to make that clear to everybody. You can really use this schedule. Like right now, here we are in the Unity Earth TV Peace Week Global Broadcast launch, right? Now, it's showing you what room it's happening into if you want to actually go in and be a part. Many of these events allow you to be into the room and you can get engaged because that's the part of this. And I'm just scrolling down here. So Peace with Our Mother celebration, the Peace Academy, Reclaiming Our Health and Rescuing. I mean, it's a remarkable number of events being offered up, and you can find your way through it and become part of and share your work too. One of the things I'll show you at the very bottom, look at all this. It's just really amazing what people are doing. Before you go and load more events here, you see the little calendar here? At the very end of Peace Week, which is the 23rd, we're going to gather. There's a place for everybody's voice here. Uplifting our shared narrative, an open space forum. That's where you're welcome to come and bring your voice if you haven't been a part of this. But there's 14 different rooms. And if I go back to the schedule, I could have said, let me see them all by rooms. And each of those rooms have stewards who've been organizing presentations with people from all over the world working on these such critical topics. Look here. I mean, if I just go to May Peace Prevail on Earth, you get a little description of the room, and you start to see all the things that are happening there. Oh, stories about families from Ukraine. Ben, I mean, the whole One Humanity Institute.
Peter's sharing the screen just so you know. He's just so go to schedule, go into schedule, Peter, and go into all rooms, right?
Well, yeah, and then go to May Peace Prevail on Earth.
Yeah, and then down to May Peace Prevail on Earth there.
Just, I open up that because it's the right.
Down to
May Peace through Unity. And what does, it groups the events into these different thematic areas that are stewarded by folks.
Click on May Peace Prevail on Earth, there you go. Well, it's a different room, but...
Okay. There's so many.
There's a lot of rooms.
You can't go wrong, okay? Whatever room you go into is the right room. But the thing I'm saying is that you can't do it all. So take some time. Now, if you click on any of these events, like I said earlier, you can add them to your calendar. And that will do the translation of the time zone, so we can see when it's actually going to happen. You can get a reminder and like that. I mean, we need to organize as effectively, Dr. King said, right? For those
That's
who
right.
love peace,
That's right.
we need to organize as effectively as those who love war. And part of that is using these new tools. I mean, we're in the age of AI.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is changing.
Yeah.
So we got to up our game. And the schedule's a way to get connected.
You know, it's amazing, John, and people will go and navigate themselves and find out what jumps out at you and what really resonates. And, you know, there's so much going on that you find that thing which is, you know, that intersection of your passion and your interest and your commitment, your expertise, to go and to connect with those people. And then there is a place to stay connected, and it's a place called
right.
One World. And it's a place that's been evolving right over these last few years since we've been doing these convergences. And, you know, now it's gone to another level,
Yes.
using the mighty network architecture in there. And there's 1,000 people in there, and they're connecting, and they're mobilizing, and they're laying down their missions, and they're sharing resources, and they're radically collaborating. So
Right.
tell us
Right.
a little bit. We're
Right.
going to go to oneworld.earth and just have a bit of a look how people stay connected here for a minute.
That's right, that's right. So the inspiration that comes from these kind of broadcasts, and this particular broadcast, in the world,
Oneworld.earth.
is incredibly inspiring and moving. But we know we need to couple that with actual change. And there's no way to do it unless we get to know each other. I mean, it's as simple
There it
and as
is.
powerful as that. So
There it
what
is.
you got here is this a beloved community, a place where people can come. Authenticity is what grants authority here. And if you want to click in there, just accept all the, or reject them all, whatever, but you got to do that to move forward. All right, okay.
Create account. So just tell us a little bit
Yeah,
about it.
it's easy to sign up, it's free, but the important thing is you have a presence there. There's no ad-based model behind it. You're not being, there's no algorithm being used to get your engagement. The engagement's coming because of the authenticity of the people involved. And people are putting their ideas forward. So it's social innovators that are committed to behavior change at scale. Interested in collaboration, radical collaboration. Learning, radical collaborative learning. We need to learn together. It's okay to not know. There's a lot of change, especially with the AI stuff, implications of this.
Yeah.
We have to be in a safe place to go through that. And then to actually do things we've never done before. If we don't change those agreements, it won't change the patterns. And the patterns are keeping us stuck.
Yeah.
We're organized in ways that are producing results that nobody wants. We've got to change the way we do things. And that's what I love about what we've been doing, because it's really about not just talking about this stuff. It's about actually turning it into real change on the ground in people's lives.
Yep.
All in the nature of place with indigenous wisdom guiding us. That's the thing.
Yep.
We've got the women, we've got the indigenous wisdom, we've got the youth. This is Climate Week, New York.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's rise together. A new earth is rising.
New Earth Rising. New
Yeah.
Earth Rising, John, is a beautiful thing, and we get new tools, new ways, new systems, new capacities, new technologies, and new abilities that are being unveiled as we collaborate together. And there's, get ready to be surprised.
Yes.
There's a lot of unknowns, but one thing that we do know is that we're not going to stop. We are collectively going to keep going and keep learning. And that's a really deep and broad commitment from a very large community of organizations that are coming together to connect better, collaborate better, get through the whole silos, and actually show up as a body of influence on the planet. It's an exciting time. And one thing that's really important is that there's room for everybody. Whatever your skill, whatever your passion, whatever your expertise, whatever your interest, there's a place for you.
Right.
In One World, in this movement, in this whole movement where we're going. So there is a space for everybody. I want to just also touch on some amazing stuff coming through that we're broadcasting out as well. So broadcasting here from Hubcast Studios, and even just today, we're going to be taking from the Healing is Rising room. You can go to unity.earth/TV, or just go to Unity Earth and follow the prompts to the TV. You'll see the broadcast there, which will be embedded. And this global broadcast, we're going to have this Peace Academy. The late great Don Pett had established a Peace Academy, and we're going to have just straight after this. And then before too long, at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we have the amazing Audrey Kitagawa with this entire extraordinary live plenary, Women as Powerful Agents of Transformations for Peace. She's got Professor Azza Karam. I mean, this is just today, in a couple of hours. Azza Karam, she's got an amazing Indigenous leader from Hawaii. Kaisha Bush, Manulani, Dr. Manulani, Alula Maya, and Deborah Sanchez. I mean, extraordinary lineup. And then it goes from there to the Cosmic Madonnas. I don't know, a lot of people are feeling the Cosmic Madonnas. This is going to be epic and powerful and profound as this cast of really committed people come together to honor the Divine Mother through all the different forms. This is just in the next couple of hours. And then looking ahead to some of the key things, I mentioned the Times Square. We've got an amazing, incredible thing that's happening on Friday night in Ecuador, where 25 tribes are coming together out of the jungle, being called by Sri and Kira and their Peace Pyramid. I mean, it's incredible what's taking place. There's so much and it's so beautiful. We've got Japanese language celebration in Tokyo with the best artists and some of the biggest thought leaders in Japan that we're going to be carrying as part of this broadcast, as well as being with the African Union. It's truly global.
It is.
You go from Times Square to Tokyo, Ecuador to Egypt. I mean, it really is around the world and what's happening in Europe and Australia. So
they call it swarm creativity.
Yeah.
This is human beings playing at a level we haven't played before.
Yes, you can feel the
and
buzz.
it presents new possibilities and new challenges.
Yeah.
So how you find your way here, how you reach out and connect, now's the time. Now's the time to play. This is the call to play.
The call to play, and how perfect that we're going to have a message as we come towards the close of this beautiful broadcast launch. And again, thanking everybody who's been a part of bringing this together. It really is deep gratitude to everyone who stepped forward with their yes to make this possible. The artists, the ambassadors, the sponsors, the stewards, the people running presentations. I mean, the people in the hub.
Yep.
I mean, it really is.
Becky and Ingrid, Tex,
Karen. It's everybody is a hero in this space, and just seeing it all unfold and being a part of it is amazing. What Hubcast is doing, but to help us really anchor this message, we have an amazing,
lady changed my life.
A lady who changed your life.
I mean, not that that's the most important thing, because she changed so many people's lives.
I know that's an important thing too.
The lesson she teaches,
so
the wisdom she carries, the treasure knowledge,
so
and the generosity, and the. Her whole life has been about teaching this.
Yeah, she's an extraordinary educator, and the clarity of that. I had the privilege of. We're talking about Auntie Patricia Anne Davis, and I will just say this: I had the privilege of interviewing Patricia as part of a preparation for a chapter in the Hollow Movement book, and understanding, or at least beginning to get from Patricia the download of the Diné concepts of Hojo, and how aligned they are with the undivided wholeness of life, which is so resonant in the concept of the Hollow Movement, the work of David Bohm, and it was a real privilege to spend time at her feet. So we have we have Patricia here with us. Greetings, Patricia Anne Davis. It's just a joy and a wonder to have you with us for this Peaceweek global broadcast launch. Welcome.
What?
Wait.
A sound check. Can you hear me?
Yes. Now we can.
Yes, we can.
Just now.
Thank you. Thank you for giving voice to the Bazad Hojoj, the Holy People's Blessing Way, affirmation for the Peace Week broadcast launch by Unity Earth TV today. Love and blessings to the sponsors, to the funders, and the co-creators, and all the participants. Ya'ate abina ju'eshadana anolso. Beloved relatives, my spiritual family, everything that is good, beautiful, and true for children, for parents, for grandparents, families, and communities, and especially the healing of nations is all I speak. I greet you, all of you, with a warm heart-to-heart hug from my ceremonial fireplace to the hearth of your homes, the symbol of our spiritual family, radiant love. I am born of the Mississippi Band of Choctaw, Fort Tutchitney, and Kia'ani, authentic medicine clan, people of the Diné Nation, and the original people of Turtle Island. We call ourselves the holy people. Thus I affirm, I am a precious child of the holy people. Do nihidle, also we are all a precious child of the Creator within the natural order laws of creation. And that's what governs us all equally. This is the fundamental basis of equality. The Deneh Bazad affirmations here are from oral tradition in the sacred language and words of the holy people that speaks only in a spiritual, inclusive, and all-encompassing oneness that we call Hojo. The ceremony for peacemaking is called Hojoja. It is an everyday fact of common sense. Literally translated is living the loving way as a way of life, exponentially in a cascading bouquet throughout the world for world peace. There is alchemy in vibration and resonance in speaking truth as the only real power, and to acknowledge truth as our protection in this context of Deneh natural order law spirituality. As James Baldwin said, nothing can be changed until it is faced regarding white supremacy, racism, and segregation in America. Thus, when we ignore our female life task as a life giver and nurturer, every child is born through the sacred water of life. And male protector provider life task, Naya Nazana, who ensures that there is no hunger, no poverty, no disease, no premature death. This is the healthy helping teamwork. We find ourselves trapped and entrenched in all of the out of balance conditions in which the root cause is not deconstructed or dismantled. And thus we have reaped the cycles of historical escalating world crisis by perpetuating the empire folly of invasion and genocide, mass murder and plunder is mass theft. The consequence has been and will always be violence and suffering in the world. If we say, well, we know all this and we don't want to talk about it because it's just negative. In refusing to undo the root cause, we are intentionally complicit, literally committing a crime. And complacent, we are unconcerned in perpetuating the ongoing symptom without alleviating suffering. I think it was Thoreau that said, evil exists because good men do nothing. Correct me if I'm misquoting. We are currently witnessing, and it is impacting us, this ultimate divisiveness of hatred and enemy creation, of warfare and destruction of our Mother Earth, who is a living being whom we call Nahasan Hima, our sacred mother, and our natural resources given to us for peace, for plenitude, prosperity, and perpetuity. We must cleanse and purify the root cause and not just talk about peace. Then we can change our unhealthy helping, our maladaptive competitive values and individualism lifestyle. And then we can awaken and we can shape our lives toward cooperation and collaboration for wellness, restoration for all of us. Then we will be inspired and motivated to learn how to live in harmony and balance between Mother Earth and Father Sky, using co-creative intrapersonal power within each of us to have co-creative interpersonal power with our original humane family instructions for all of us. And this is what eliminates the need for overpower. We must eliminate the addictive need for power over. It is intention that activates our word. We either choose win, lose, and no one wins, destructive and death-producing decisions for those outcomes, or we choose win-win, constructive outcomes for those benefits, collective benefits. So let us use our genius gifts as peacemakers in remembering and reawakening our inclusive existence within the collective conscience of an all-encompassing concept and whole-encompassing concept of holiness and wholeness, which we call Hojo. Listen to that beautiful, peaceful word, Hojo. Let us have reverence for our sacred self, our physical, emotive, intellectual, spiritual, and social, economic well-being in our sacred place within our planet, within our cosmos, within the whole universe. Kodo, Hojo, Dole, in the eternal now, in our eternal self, Nahasan Himashat Shatat Jonah A, our sacred Mother Earth and Father Sky, and also Hashtel Kit is actually the speaker of peace, and Hashtel one is the home where peace originates. Yadilchis, all encompassing, governing natural laws for peaceful life. Although bine do halo, we cherish our peacefulness. Shema Nahasan, my sacred Mother Earth, she provides sustenance for all of us. Twa be'ina twa, the water of life, the medicine of nourishment. Hajine, the origin of fire of life. Inapikon, the fire of aliveness within us as our temperature. This the forever perfect love and peace and the Creator's breath in our in-breath and out-breath. That is our voice to use the will to love to speak peacefully for goodwill among all humane beings. We are the precious child of Creator within creation, and we are the sacred children of Mother Earth. It is with her feet I go. It is with her legs I go. It is with her body I go. It is with her thinking abundance I go. It is with her voice I go. Nihits os. It is with her eagle plume that I go. Shespahojo, although Shespahojoni, Hojona Haskli, Hojo Nasha, Hojo Nasha, Ole, Hojo go Nashado. We travel our life journey in beauty and peace within us and all around us. Listen to me, hear me. That is the simple truth that we all exist in. Hojo Nasha, I walk in peace and beauty. Hojo go Alila and Sahakes, I think in peace and beauty. Hojo go Nahat Exil, I plan in peace and beauty. Hojo go Nishna, I live in peace and beauty. And Hojo Nahasli, Hojo Nahasli, Hojo Nahasli, Hojo Nahasli. We're forever existing in this peace and beauty. Ahya, and also blessings blessings and gratitude to the events participants, and I thank you for giving me this time.
Well, you know, getting attuned. It was Patricia who said to me, authenticity grants authority. And your words and clarity are so essential for us at this time, Patricia. You'll hear from Patricia throughout Peaceweek, the Love Currency Embassy that we've been doing for years with her teaching and treasure knowledge. To have that connection to the natural order. I was just telling you, she talks about intrapersonal holiness for interpersonal wholeness. You know, this idea that we can self-regulate ourselves to be able to co-regulate. She said to me, talking about co-creation, that it's first with Creator.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Then with ourselves, and then with each other. Mm-hmm. So learning how to get in tune with each other, to do the collaboration and do the work and live the loving way and cherish the peacefulness that we all want. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, to have your wisdom, Patricia. What a gift. I hope all of us, we got to make that excerpt available so people can listen to that. Yeah. Engage with you. Have access to the indigenous knowledge that we do, the teachers that we have. God, gives me hope.
Yes, brother. Yes, and thank you, Auntie Patricia Anne Davis, for being with us. You look beautiful and sound, and fill our hearts with, as John says, hope. And we really deeply appreciate you being with us for this moment and sharing that wisdom. And we can edit that and put it out there as its own blessing for all who can find it. Thank you, John.
Likewise.
Yes, please, Patricia.
Likewise, and love you all.
Much love. Much love. On we go. We have everything we need. We're going forward.
Peace, we paddle on.
Broadcast has
magic
gone.
canoe.
Yes, the magic canoe. We're in it. We're paddling. And this, thank you to everybody who's played the role today.
Ben.
Make sure to keep your eye on the broadcast. We've got this amazing thing from the Peace Academy just about to start. And then Audrey's extraordinary panel of female leadership, followed by the Cosmic Madonna. It's all about women today on this day of freedom. How perfect is that? So
oh my gosh.
Let's go forward together. The broadcast is launched.
Wow.
And thank you, everybody who has played such a key role in doing this behind the scenes. And thank you to everybody who's played the unseen roles in making this happen. Let's go forward. We'll see you down the river in Peaceweek. And we're on our way to the International Day of Peace and Day 99 coming up on Saturday. Thank you, everybody.
Wow, we did it. Peace on earth. May peace prevail. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
You are invited to experience unity. It's time to put aside the differences that divide us. And embrace the beauty of each one of us being different, being unique, being ourselves. In the essence of who we truly are. A beautiful array of human beings across the planet. So many different ways of being human. So let us get to know each other. Let's spend time with each other Let's learn from each other. And let's open our hearts to each other. And let's find the unity that exists right in the middle of the richness of our diversity. We are human. We are unique. We are one.